Welcome to our channel Rare Coins Hub. Today, we're diving into the world of US coins, specifically the 1986 US 5-cent piece, a coin that, to many, might look ordinary. But don't let its humble appearance fool you. This nickel has an intriguing story and, in some cases, a jaw-dropping value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious, you're in for some fascinating insights. So sit back, because this little coin has a big story to tell. The 1986 nickel features the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front, one of America's founding fathers and the third president of the United States. It's a classic design, one we're used to seeing in our change, yet even small changes in the minting process can give these coins extraordinary value. And while the nickel has been part of American currency since the mid-19th century, each year and each version of this coin carries its own unique characteristics, some of which collectors highly prize. Let's talk a little about the minting details. The 1986 5-cent piece was minted in both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and each one has its mint mark to show where it came from. A small D for Denver and no mint mark, or a small P for Philadelphia. The mint mark placement on coins might seem like a small detail, but it plays a big role in determining their value to collectors. In fact, minor differences like these, or subtle minting errors, can add thousands to the price a collector is willing to pay. Now, why does this matter? For a lot of collectors, a coin's story and unique qualities add layers to its value, and that's particularly true with the 1986 nickel. Even though it's part of everyday currency, some versions of this nickel have shown remarkable price increases in recent years, due to their condition, rarity, or even small minting quirks. But let's get into some of these specific details. Point 1. Unique aspect of the 1986 nickel is the Jefferson design on the obverse side, with Jefferson's left-facing profile and that famous slightly serious expression. Felix Schlag, the original designer of the Jefferson nickel, created this portrait in 1938, and it's been on the coin ever since, though there were some updates in 2006. The Monticello building on the reverse side, Jefferson's home, was designed to give a distinct and dignified look to this coin. With these two images, this nickel celebrates Jefferson's legacy while carrying historical and artistic significance. For many of us, this nickel looks like just another coin, but in coin collecting circles, the 1986 Jefferson nickel stands out. Over the years, some of these coins have been identified with unique features or even small minting errors that add to their rarity. Errors can include things like doubling, where part of the design appears twice due to a minting mishap, or off-centering, where the coin's design isn't perfectly aligned with the edges. When coins have these types of errors, their value can skyrocket because they're so rare. They capture a moment when something unusual happened during the minting process, giving each error coin a one-of-a-kind status. Let's also talk about the condition of the coin, which collectors describe using a grading system. Coins can be rated from poor all the way to mint state, or MS. When it comes to the 1986 nickel, those that have been rated in higher grades are in incredibly high demand. To a collector, an MS-67 or MS-68 rated coin is almost like finding a hidden treasure. The reason? Coins in such high grades show no signs of wear and look almost as fresh as the day they were minted, making them prime collectibles. The 1986 nickel has been graded as high as MS-67, which significantly drives up its price. The metal composition of this nickel is also interesting. Unlike some older coins made from silver or even gold, this nickel is primarily composed of copper and nickel. While it might not sound like much, these materials make the coin durable, which is one reason why older coins in circulation tend to wear down more slowly. In fact, for coins that have been preserved well over the years, this material can help maintain their lustrous finish and sharp details, which is another big plus in the eyes of collectors. What can make the 1986 nickel so valuable? For some collectors, it's not just about the coin's age or material, but also about the specifics of that particular year's minting. This nickel, while part of a larger set of coins, sometimes contains unique markers from the minting process that make it stand out from the rest. And that's where we begin to see why certain 1986 nickels fetch such high prices today. Imagine coming across a 1986 nickel in pristine condition, with no blemishes, scratches, or signs of wear, and perhaps even a rare minting error. This kind of coin is exceptionally rare, especially after almost 4 decades of circulation. Collectors who come across a 1986 nickel like this know they've found something special. And believe it or not, one of these 1,986 nickels in top condition, with the right minting features, recently fetched a mind-blowing $126,000 at auction. That's right, $126,000 for a single nickel. The reasons behind this jaw-dropping price tag? It's the perfect combination of rarity, pristine condition, and historical appeal. When these elements align, collectors are willing to pay top dollar to secure such a unique piece of history. So next time you find a 1986 nickel, take a closer look. You might just have a small fortune in your pocket, waiting to be discovered. Top 2 coins of the video. Hey, coin collectors and enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a fascinating find that could be right in your pocket or piggy bank without you even realizing it. We're talking about the 1988 Jefferson nickel, a 5-cent coin that might seem like any other coin but, believe it or not, could be worth a jaw-dropping $126,000. So, whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone curious about coins, make sure to stick around because you'll be amazed by what we discover about this piece of American history. Now, first things first. Let's take a step back and look at this coin. The Jefferson Nickel Series, featuring President Thomas Jefferson on the front and Monticello, his Virginia home, on the back, has been around since 1938. By the time we get to the 1988 edition, these coins were already a staple in American coinage. Millions were produced in 1988, so it's natural to wonder, why would one of these 1,988 nickels be worth so much? To answer that, we'll need to break down what makes certain coins valuable and, in particular, why the 1988 Jefferson nickel has earned its place in collectors' hearts and wallets. Let's begin with the basics of coin value, condition, rarity, and, often, errors. In general, a coin's value goes up if it's in uncirculated or mint condition. This is especially true for common coins like the Jefferson nickel, which saw high circulation and tend to show wear and tear. A well-preserved 1988 nickel, for instance, can already be worth more than face value, even if it doesn't have any unique features. But the kind of value we're talking about here, a stunning $126,000, requires something truly rare and special. One of the most fascinating aspects of coin collecting is the world of error coins, and the 1988 nickel has one that stands out. Coin errors happen when something goes wrong during the minting process, producing a coin that's different from the standard. This can happen in many ways, such as double dies, off-centers, or repunched mint marks. In the case of the 1988 Jefferson nickel, the error that has collectors talking is a subtle but crucial one that isn't easily spotted at first glance. We'll get into the details in just a moment. What makes this 1988 nickel so special is known as a full steps error. This is a very particular detail that coin enthusiasts know well. Jefferson's home, Monticello, appears on the back of the nickel, and at the base of the building, you'll find a series of steps. Under normal conditions, these steps are hard to see clearly because of general wear, or they weren't fully struck in the minting process. A full steps Jefferson nickel is one where every single one of those steps is fully visible and separated. This may sound like a minor detail, but finding a coin with fully visible steps is surprisingly rare and a major selling point among collectors. And in the 1988 version, this detail alone can skyrocket its value. A key reason why the full steps detail on the 1988 nickel matters so much has to do with the minting process and design of the coin itself. Coins are struck under immense pressure, but with the nickel, that pressure sometimes isn't enough to produce a clean, sharp image of the steps. This is especially true for coins minted in Philadelphia, where this particular 1988 nickel comes from. So, when a full steps version is found, collectors know that this is a rare occurrence and thus highly desirable, but wait, there's more to this coin story than just full steps. Some of these nickels also feature additional characteristics, such as subtle die errors or mint mark misplacements that make them even rarer. Die errors can create variations like double strikes, where the image on the coin appears twice, slightly offset. These double strikes can sometimes be hard to detect without magnification, but once found, they can add immense value to a coin. Now, let's address the condition. For a coin to reach the highest value, it needs to be in top-notch, mint state condition, typically graded MS 65 or higher. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS 65 or higher representing coins that are nearly flawless under magnification. The 1988 Jefferson nickel that fetched an astounding $126,000 was indeed in such a pristine condition. That's a remarkable state for a coin that has circulated through everyday transactions, making it an absolute gem in the collector's market. Now, you might be wondering how likely it is to find a 1988 nickel in such perfect condition with the full steps detail. The answer is, it's pretty unlikely. But, given the sheer number of coins in circulation, there's always a chance. That's part of what makes collecting coins so exciting. You never know when you might come across a valuable piece that's been overlooked by countless others. For those interested in finding or even purchasing a full steps 1988 nickel, there are a few tips to keep in mind. First, check the steps on the back of the nickel under good lighting and possibly with a magnifying glass. Second, consider having the coin graded by a reputable grading company, especially if you believe it's in high condition. Grading not only verifies the coin's condition but also ensures its authenticity and can increase its value on the market. Another tip is to keep an eye on coin auctions, both online and in person. Occasionally, these nickels show up in collections, and while they might not all fetch $126,000, a well-preserved 1988 nickel with full steps can still sell for impressive amounts. In fact, the exact price can vary widely depending on the buyer, but serious collectors are always willing to pay a premium for such rarity in detail. As we wrap up, it's amazing to think about how much value can be hidden in what seems like an ordinary coin. The 1988 Jefferson nickel, with its full steps and mint condition, might be one of the best examples of how collectors' passion for precision and rarity can transform a simple 5-cent piece into a small fortune. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a long-time enthusiast, this coin serves as a reminder of the treasure that might be right in your pocket. So, keep your eyes peeled for those nickels, and who knows, you might just stumble upon one worth a life-changing amount of money. Thanks for tuning in, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1988 Jefferson nickel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more fascinating coin stories. Stay curious, happy collecting, and remember, there's a world of history and mystery in every coin. And with that, we'll sign off with the unbelievable fact: yes, a 1988 nickel was indeed sold for an astonishing $120,000. Top 3 coin of the video. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving deep into the world of numismatics, and we're going to talk about a coin that might just surprise you, the 1989 US 5-cent piece. Now, I know what you're thinking. A 5-cent coin? How exciting can that be? Well, let me tell you, this particular coin has a story to tell, and it's a story that involves rarity, value, and a whole lot of numismatic intrigue. Before we get into the specifics of the 1989 5-cent piece, let's talk a bit about the history of US coins. The United States has a rich history of coinage, dating back to the 18th century. Over the years, the designs and denominations of US coins have evolved, and some coins have become more valuable than others. One of the factors that can influence a coin's value is its rarity. Rare coins are typically worth more than common ones, and this is where the 1989 5-cent piece comes into play. While it may seem like a common coin, certain varieties of this coin are actually quite rare. One of the key factors that can affect the value of a 1989 5-cent piece is its mint mark. The U.S. Mint operates several mints, including the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Each mint produces coins with a unique mint mark, which is a letter or symbol that indicates where the coin was minted. In the case of the 1989 5-cent piece, the Philadelphia Mint produced coins with no mint mark, while the Denver Mint produced coins with the D mint mark. While both varieties are relatively common, there are some rare varieties that can fetch a pretty penny. One of the rarest varieties of the 1989 5-cent piece is the D mint mark coin with a full step on Monticello. The Monticello design on the reverse of the 5-cent piece features a series of steps leading up to the building. On some coins, the steps are fully visible, while on others, they are partially obscured. Coins with full steps are considered more desirable by collectors and can command higher prices. Another factor that can affect the value of a 1989 5-cent piece is its condition. Coins that are well preserved and have minimal wear are more valuable than those that are heavily circulated. The condition of a coin is typically graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being the highest grade. So, how much is a 1989 5-cent piece worth? Well, it depends on the variety and condition of the coin. A common 1989 5-cent piece is only worth its face value of 5 cents. However, a rare variety in high condition can be worth significantly more. In fact, some 1989 5-cent pieces have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. For example, a 1989 D 5-cent piece with a full step on Monticello in MS67 condition sold for $109,000 at a recent auction. So, the next time you're rummaging through your change jar, keep an eye out for 1,989 5-cent pieces. You might just find a hidden gem that could be worth a small fortune. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed learning about the 1989 5-cent piece. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting coin content. Until next time, happy hunting.